Alright, boys and girls, it's your favorite neighborhood Remy, favorite YouTuber Remy, here with Le Video for today. I'm playing Mako because that character's fun, and I like having fun. And the topic at hand is, if you can't tell from the thumbnail and the title, how to pick your main, if you are new into Brawlhalla and stuff like that. And yeah, so for the most part, I feel like when I started playing, there were 13 characters, now there's 51, so there's definitely more things to think about when you're picking your main. It's not that deep, you're probably still best off picking what you think is cool, but now there's a lot of characters that look cool to some people, right, instead of just a couple. Nice weapon, by the way. But when I started playing, I was like, oh, Lucian looks cool, I like Lucian, I want to play Lucian. And then it was hard because guitars and guns were pretty hard to me, so I had a hard time playing Lucian, and then I started playing sword instead. But the reason I started playing sword is different, right? And I'll get into that. So you can just play what you thinks looks cool, but they can also go further than that into how easy a weapon is. And I'm not gonna talk about how good a weapon is because most of you will probably be gold if you find someone you want to make, or are lower than gold now. So picking a weapon that is good or whatever doesn't really matter because you'll be more worried about how good you are as a player than the weapon at all. But let's say you find someone that looks cool, then you can actually start looking at difficulty. I think a lot of side characters probably look sick to a lot of people, but then are also really hard. So you probably don't want to play any side characters, mainly just because of the difficulty, right? But I get that. So I don't know. That's these are the things you want to look at when you're picking your main. You probably just want to look at difficulty, or at least difficulty to you, because the thing with difficulty is that I love this map. Even if you find it fine, the better your opponent gets, it'll probably get harder for you. The learning the learning curve is very strange sometimes for weapons. I feel like Scythe, even if you're doing okay with it, when people start getting better, you will have an even harder time than you would just because of how hard it actually is. But if that's not really a problem for you, then yeah, you just pick what looks cool until you get to a point. Now, I will say that when you want to look at someone who's good, or look at good people, for me, picking my main is not about what looks cool or what is hard. It's more about okay, take the weapon, and I'll look at multiple people who are good, right? Take the weapon that you want to play, or that you're interested in playing, right? For me, that's sword. So I'll just take sword, and then I'll look at, because for me it's more than just playing for fun or playing for what looks cool. So I'll take sword, and then I'll go, okay, this is pretty meta right now. This is the cool weapon that I want to play right now, and I will play the sword character that I have as a secondary, right? So I don't know, J-Yun, because Great Sword is pretty cool right now. I'm not gonna play J-Yun because I love myself and my family, but it would be reasonable for me to invest my time in playing J-Yun, right? And or a while ago, Bovar. You'd play Bovar. If Bo was good, you could play Clergy, just because you have the weapon that you want to main, and then you have variants of it that are good in the current meta. Or if you're Phazon or some other people, you also want to switch mid-set. I'm gonna talk about my mains for BCX in another video. Probably when I play ranked or something, tomorrow. I don't know. This is probably gonna go up on Monday, and I'm recording it not on Monday, so that's me. That's me doing what I do. Record one day and then upload 2 days later. But yeah, so I'll probably you want to find the weapon that you made, so you can say, okay, this is the weapon I made. It's probably not a good idea to play multiple characters if you're new to the game, because we'll be trying to learn the intricacies and ins and outs of every weapon. And Brawl is not that hard, but I don't know, everyone's different, so that could be hard for some people, trying to balance learning all those weapons. So I would recommend you you just pick up one. Oh, that's really loud.
2, 1, brawl.
Yeah, I recommend you just pick up one weapon at a time, and characters all around that weapon. Rather than trying to learn entire new weapon sets. I know like I've talked to Boomy a lot, and someone like him, he likes to just like pick a character. He usually will like he definitely thinks the characters are good, and then he'll just like chill on that character. Like sometimes he plays Petra in tournament, and it's like, oh, why are you playing Petra this patch? And it's like, I think Orb is good, and then I just thought Petra was cool. Or like when he played Yumiko, it was like I play Bow, and I think Hammer is broken. Like, so it's usually stuff like that. Is this like extremely loud? Is it just me? Like, am I tripping? Whatever. But yeah, so you just pick stuff, easy stuff like that. It's like simple. I feel like a lot of people like ask like who should I main, or like I don't understand who to play, and it's really just like up to you at the end of it. You should always play what you think is good, and if you don't play what you think is good, then you should never complain about something like that. Like I know like there are people who like they'll play a game and they'll go, this person is playing like a broken weapon, or he's playing like the best weapon, and you have every access and every right to play it too, and then you choose not to. So it's like, are you really allowed to complain? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I like know Greatsword is good, and I have it available to play, so I don't complain about people playing Greatsword. Instead, I just say I'm not playing Greatsword, right? And yeah, I mean like, cause it's not like I'm not like saying that like, oh, this thing is not good. It's good, but it's like I would play it if I'm willing to complain about it. I should also be willing to play it. It doesn't make sense to complain and then not play it when you're like trying to win or whatever. It's just kind of weird. But yeah. Oh no, it's gonna sick on it, and by sick on it I mean I'm dead. I think when I started playing, I picked Lucian, and like I already said, I thought like guitars and guns were both pretty hard for me, and I really like sword, and I always liked swords, so I picked Thatch because he still had guns, and then when I started like branching out more, it became like more clear, like, oh, I should try this, I should try this. So I stuck to sword because I really like sword, and I felt like I was dying too much, so I picked Roland, right? And then from Roland, I picked Bodvar because I kept wanting to widen my pool. So it's really just that simple, right? It's Brawl is a game where it's like, since most of the gameplay, or the good gameplay, revolves around like how you're moving and the options you take, the weapons will be easy to pick up, easier than like trying to pick up a completely new character in another game, for example. In Smash, I feel like if you wanted to switch your mains, it'd be way harder than in Brawl, because in Brawl, you still kind of play the game the same, you just use different weapons. But yeah, 3, 2, 1, I think after Bodvar, Koji came out, and that's the reason. Actually, I was also playing Tori all the time, but after that, those two is when I started like maining Koji. And I guess I've always like switched off Koji onto some other stuff. Like I know in 2017, I made Yumiko for a long time before maining Bodvar again, and then by the end of the year, I was playing Tori. Just because. For top players, you switch a lot mid-set because of someone playing something you can't beat when you're playing. Like, I remember I mained Bodvar, but I couldn't beat Lil Cap. I mean, I couldn't beat Ithra when Bodvar did this, so I stopped playing Bodvar. Is there music on this one? Dude, the music is bugged, right? Like, you guys are seeing that. It's completely quiet till I move it up a bar, and then it's super loud. But yeah, I mained Bodvar, and I couldn't beat Lil Cap when Bodvar did this. So, not Lil Cap, Ithra and Bodvar did this. So I like switched off Bodvar onto a Tori, and then I won every game. And I feel like that's something people are like losing sight of, like switching it. People are like too scared to switch nowadays, but I mean, it's different. So yeah, I'm probably working on that for VCX, where I'm like gonna see if something is working and just switch. If it's not, that'd be in my best interest, I feel like. Oh no. How do I kill this guy? There we go. That's a piece. I'm surprised the red didn't come out. But yeah. Switching is different from having a main, and I would say that the better you get at this game, the more you'll realize that you don't actually have to main a weapon, and that you'll just play whatever you want. In ranked, at least. Like in ranked, I just play whatever I want, and then in tournament, I play a sword character that I want to play. In the next tournament, which you'll find out later what I'm playing. So I think for beginners though, it is the right idea to pick a main until you can get to a point where you are happy with how you are moving and stuff like that. Like a lot of people I play against in ranked also, like, and I will say that they're not like insane players because it's just ranked, but they also try to like move around characters. It's just like the higher elo you get, the more willing you'll be to move around characters because you'll have like a basis of the game and like how you're supposed to move and stuff. And that's like the most important thing. If you like understand how to move, you'll understand how to pick up weapons because you get how movement works in Brawlhalla. That turned red, but didn't kill him. But the cars, Sarah did kill him. And didn't turn red. It's weird. Like that didn't turn red either. It's launch force speed or whatever. He's dead. Goodbye, friend. I think another thing to point out before I cut this off is commitment to like your character and to what you practice. So this is different because not all of you play tournaments, but if you just do play tournaments or if you like have like a mentality for tournaments, you should probably think like this, where you should not practice something and then switch off of it. And a good example of this to me is like Wrench, who practices like a guitar character or something he wants to play, and then he ends up just playing like a Surrey anyway, unless he like kill switches or something, because he didn't actually want to play it, right? It was just like, oh, I think this is good right now, I'll play it, and then you don't. And I think you should practice what you think is good, but you should also stick to it. So you shouldn't start playing what you think is good, and then as soon as you're playing it and you get into a tough spot, you switch off, because then you're most likely playing something you haven't been practicing, even though you have like more experience on it. It's still probably just like not like the most practice, so it's like dangerous. But yeah, it's just not smart. You should put your faith into the character you're playing at least, or like the characters you're playing. Like Phazon is a good example of someone who I would go into a tournament with multiple picks. Somehow he got away with playing Artemis for that long, so no, Artemis actually better. But yeah, I think that's like the main things I want to talk about. If you have any questions about stuff like that, I can answer them. This video is kind of all over the place because it was just a commentary, but I picked a subject that most people like want to talk about or like the answer to. So, yeah, fuck. He lived. Go me. That was for fun. But yeah, music is quiet again. Look at this bug. You guys like that bug? That bug is sick. Goodbye. I want to see how this works. But from 0 to 1, it's in percentages, but I can't see them because it's giving me the little bar. So like this is like 10%, and then 1 bar is actually not 10%. It's like more than 10 or something. Super weird. If I was playing JD and he dies. I'm alive. Alright. So yeah, if you have any questions about like how to pick a main and like anything I didn't go over or something you didn't understand in this video, just let me know. And then if there's something you want me to it's so quiet. Okay, if there's another like topic you want me to talk about or a question that you guys have that I should like discuss, just let me know in the comments, because the commentary videos are fun, but usually you need something to talk about and I have to like make it up myself. So. Oh no. I could have just like not reversed it because he had no dodge. My Mako's actually sick though. Honestly, Mako's more fun than Jay. That's probably just why I main sword and Jay is broken. I mean, Mako's broken too, but like, he's like way less broken than Jay. I don't even understand how Jay is in this game. But I do understand how to use Mako down to kill, which I will do right here. He didn't die. Oh, he jumped off. See? To kill. It always kills. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!